Hey guys, it's Crazy Horse here. So today we're going to be doing our GBU54 laser guided. So there's a few things we need to do to get set up. We're in a wheel over a target, and we're in a loose wheel here. So we're going to go to our DSMS page. You can see that I have a GBU54 and it's flashing 1688. But I know that my laser code is 1681, so we're going to need to correct that. So let's go over here. Select the GBU54, deselect 7, go to inventory, GBU54, GBU54. Now what I'm going to do is 1681, load, onto there, and then we're going to hit the load button here. Now if you noticed, and you can see that we're 1681, if you notice you had the load all button, if you had a GBU54 on station 5 and 7, you do load systematically and you can load them that way. Alright, so now let's go over here. Let's go ahead and pick a target. You can see that I got a target right there. So we're going to be in point mode, so let's just stick that on there. Go ahead and select the speed, and we're going to go ahead and turn inbound. So you can see we're coming up on a Bravo entrance, and we're actually a little farther away than I would normally do an attack run. 10 miles is a good attack, but you're perfectly fine at longer range. So turn the map off. See we're approaching Bravo. Go ahead and turn IP inbound. So our IP inbound is when you're turning onto the target, and your in is when you're on final bearing and preparing to deploy your weapon. And now, if you notice, select our weapon. We still have that bearing line just like in the INS mode. There's actually nothing you need to do different between INS and laser except after you launch, waiting a few seconds and deploying that laser. Now you can see that we are approaching our dynamic drop zone, which is 9.6. You can see that's going to start dropping. So it drops into the stable, and you can see that we're going to be able to drop in 30 seconds at this current speed. We're doing 270 knots. So again, I'm going to drop this at a higher speed and then drop my throttle back to be able to laze. You can see on the TGP here that we have a good solid hit on our target. We're dropping down. I'll wait till we get to about 5 miles in on target. So once you do this, I'm IP inbound already. I'm in hot, cleared hot, and pickle. So let's make sure that that went ahead and dropped. It did. We're waiting a few seconds. Laser on. Now I'm going to drop this throttle back, basically standing it up. I want to drop my speed back so that I don't overshoot the target before the bomb does. Kind of a very important aspect here. We can zoom out just a little bit. Now that I have that lock, I'm going to go ahead and just take the sensor of interest off of the TGP so I don't mess it up. So you can see we're coming up overhead, and we're dropping our speed back. We're going to drop back even farther, because I don't want to lose that laser. Alright, we're passing overhead on it, so we might be pretty close here. And you can see it has its target. It's picked up the laser, and good shack. Laser off, throttle up. going to go ahead and turn outbound. So that's the basics of the GBU54. The GBU54 is also a penetrator warhead, which is important to know. So you should be able to, after watching this, deploy the GBU54 without any problems and be able to change your laser code on that GBU54.